touch of spring in the air at the Awapuni trials, so we've come out to try and focus in on some of the spring horses that will be heading to the Bay in a couple of weeks' time. And we pick up the first heat with a bit of interest. It is heat number 3 on the program. The Open over the 1200 metres. Here we saw Springtide He's a Doozy go head to head down the straight. It was a very short margin result for Springtide, but He's a Doozy travelled beautifully to the outside, and they're sure to be two major spring contenders. Lisa, we've just seen He's a Doozy go really nice trial. Looking forward to the spring.
Yeah, definitely. Look, he's coming up really well. This is his second trial. He had a good blow again. We'll just see. He may need another trial before he heads to the first day at Hastings, and he's obviously holds a nom for all 3 days.
The next heat to have a look at was race number 4 on the program. There was a smart horse here in Ballyane for Lisa Ladder, a mare by Perrin Kianto out of Miss Rhythmic. She sort of led up here. She was soft to the line, and she won by a decent margin. One to follow going forward. Heat 4, Les, Ballyane, really nice performance.
Yeah, it was. Look, she's had some real problems. She cracked her pelvis, and she's a full sister to Belclair, but today she jumped and led up and done it easy, and seems to have pulled up well since.
Okay, is there a plan for her?
Look, we might look to give her a start on the synthetic. We did contemplate going down to Riccarton, so it'll either be that or here at Awapuni.
Into heat number 5 on the program, there was another impressive performance from a maiden, this time from She's a Dream. This is a 4-year-old mare by Severbill out of Elusive Nature, so a really nice family out of Little Avondale Stud. She was dominant forward, led all the way, and a little bit too quick for her field. Guy, heat number 5 on the program, She's a Dream, a mare by Severbill. Looked really good.
Yeah, she's trialled up pretty good at Foxton once before. Listen, she's just, a little bit over keen, really. I'd like to see her settle a bit better than what she does, but listen, we just sort of let her roll today and let her do her own thing, and yeah, I think that's the way to ride her, and hopefully we can pick up one pretty soon.
Okay, is it going to be at the Bay? Is that the plan?
Look, we'll just see where we're at. We may even look at one on the synthetic first, over 1,000. Yeah.
Heat number 7 has a lot of interest going into the spring because it contained Belclair, Call Sign, Mav, Lanicourt and Time's Ticking. Time's Ticking after that heart fibrillation at his most recent start. Well, he performed beautifully here today. He sat back, he rounded them up really, really nicely. Belclair, the Group 1 winner, she was held up for a bit of space, but she got through and performed really nicely. And Call Sign, Mav, with a little bit more fitness, looks right on track for the Bay. It'll be great to see Time's Ticking return to the track in that sort of fashion.
Yeah, it is good to see after he's had that heart fibrillation the other day, and no, he's coming up quite nicely. Yeah.
Okay, you were talking before that you were going to watch and see today to sort of make some plans. He's gone really well for you.
Yeah, he has. Yeah. And we'll just keep going along quietly and catch up,
Yeah. What about the 14 mile at the Bay? Is that the plan? Maybe the day one or more into the second day?
More the second day at this stage, yeah. But we'll see.
Heat 7, Lisa Belclair, the Group 1 winner, back in fine fettle.
Yeah, look, really wrapped with the way she's coming up. She had a nice trial at Otaki on a grass, and we just give her a quiet one, and it was a very nice trial, and then she's backed it up today. Look, we'll look to take her to Taupo trials next Wednesday, just to give her a grass trial. And we are looking at the Fox Bridge, but if it was going to be a very heavy track, we just wait for the Tarzino.
Heat number 8 was another open catch weight over the 1,000 metres, and it was taken out by Sweet Janine. You will know this horse pretty well, put up a nice preparation last time, and looks as though it's coming up really nicely. I think it is one that could strike fresh for Rawdon Burgess. Rawdon Heat 8, Sweet Janine looked as though she's ready to do something fresh.
Yeah, she might be running here next week if the track's not too heavy, over 1,400. Back in her own 75, or otherwise she'll probably might wait and run on the open at Wanganui. Just depending on how heavy the tracks are. Look, she handled the poly pretty good today, and just worried about the deep tracks. She handled heavy tracks in the summer, but it's totally different this time of year.
Heat 9, mark it down. You already know about this filly from Tilly Lace. She was fantastic today. She dropped in on a nice strong trial field and won with a fair bit of authority. She'll go to the Wanganui Guineas, and I think she will be a leading contender in the first 3-year-old black type of the season. Heat 9, Chrissy, Shanti Lace returns nicely here.
Yeah, look, she's had a couple of sort of quiet jump outs and trials, and yeah, looks like she's coming back pretty good. So yeah, excited to get her to Wanganui.
Okay, go the Guineas and then further on into the spring.
look, we'll just take it one step at a time, but she loves Wanganui, so it makes sense to go there first, and she looks like she's come up pretty good, so yeah, pretty exciting.
It's a case of it's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the fight in the dog, which is not overly big.
Yeah, she's not overly big, but you wouldn't know it, and yeah, it's pretty exciting. She might be the best horse that we've had in our stable for a long time.
We wrap the show with heat number 12 on the program. They open up over the 850 metres. Really quick horse here in Idyllic. Showed a clean pair of heels early and was strong through the line. Watch for it fresh up. It'll go a very strong race. Also take note of Nod of the Head in this heat. He has run home really, really nicely, and he will be a player somewhere at the Bay.
Nod of the Head, get cranky, rev it up rusty, and